Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for those of you that's just subscribed to our channel, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Please subscribe, and also don't forget to turn off the notifications so you know you'll be notified every time we release a video. Me and Kofi have decided to do a Q&A video sometime next month, so we would love to hear you guys' questions so we can answer them. So please email us. The email should be in the description box, or DM us on all our social platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever. It could be any question like of your choice and we'll answer all of them. So yeah, please hit us up. So yeah, today's video is just about, was I ready to get married? I think, you know, a lot of people are asking themselves that question, like, am I ready? Even though I'm engaged, am I ready to get married? I mean, it's a common question, and I'd love to just share my experiences with you guys and give you guys some advice, because I know some of you might be engaged or thinking about getting married, so why not just share some insight, right? But yeah, was I ready? I think looking back at the time Kofi actually proposed, I don't know if I was ready for marriage. It's not a walk in the park or, you know, the wedding day and that's it. There's a lot to marriage. Looking back, I think I wasn't mature enough. I definitely feel like having a baby has made me more mature. I've changed so much now. So saying that, I feel like we got married at the right time. I think as a couple, you need to both be ready. Saying that you need to go to counselling, I feel like, you know what, counselling might not be for everyone, but I feel like, me personally, counselling really helps me and Kofi's relationship. Premarital counselling, like a lot of people, you guys might have heard of it. It just really helps. We went to counselling in our church and we done it for like a month or two. It was very intense and we loved it. You discuss things that you've never discussed before, you know, whether it be finances, future plans and goals. It's just a lot to, you know, to learn about each other, and counselling really does help. So, you know, there's no sort of grey area when you guys actually do get married, like you've discussed everything before. You can discuss it by yourself, yes, but I feel like when you have a spiritual father, a pastor in between, that really helps. You know, it's only been what, like 6 months? It hasn't been that long, but I feel like if we hadn't gone counselling, you know, things could have went left. So I'm just so grateful that we did. And I feel like also what helped us was living together before marriage. I know it sounds crazy, obviously it's not the traditional way of doing things, but obviously we had Zach and then we moved in together and now we're here. I wasn't in for a surprise basically. Like, I knew all of Kofi's bad habits, all of his flaws, all his bad habits, I knew it already, so I wasn't surprised, you know, when we did get married. So I guess that kind of helped in a way, because I wasn't I wasn't surprised, should I say. But I feel like obviously if you haven't lived together and you're getting married, I'll say the first few months you might bump heads. There might be certain habits of your partner that you might not like, and you know, just in each other's personal space. So do expect that, but I feel like you just have to understand each other. It's a growing process, and you know, those bad habits can be changed. So marriage is definitely a lifetime. It's not something that you know, walk down the aisle, sign the papers and it's over. It's just a lot. It's like, it's till death do us part, beginning to the end, a life partner. And I feel like with me and Kofi, we were friends first. We annoyed the hell out of each other. I'm not saying an American accent. I was gonna say we annoyed the hell out of each other. What the hell? But no, we annoyed the hell out of each other. Anyway, we annoy each other. I can call him and talk to him about anything. If I have an issue, he's the first person I'm calling. Vice versa. Well, I like to think so. He's someone that, you know, I can talk to when I'm down, and just a friend. And I feel like that's the #1 thing for a solid marriage. I think, you know, friendship and communication. Just think about yourself as a person, as an individual. What can you bring to the table? What can you contribute? Do you feel like you're in the right space in life? Are you happy with yourself? Are you depressed? Are you sad? Like, what are you going through? I feel like you need to be in a good headspace. Kind of like a clear start, so whatever baggage that you have, you need to leave at the door and not bring it into the room. Me personally, I wasn't really in a bad space. I think for me, it was more like career-wise, because I remember Kofi saying, do you know what, I want to get married, but what's happening like with work? Like, do you know what you want to do? Do you know what you want to get into? Because obviously weddings are expensive, and I think I was working at the time, but I wanted to leave so bad, and it was just like, oh, I want to leave, but then we need to save for the wedding. Like, what do I do? Because I know there's a lot of people, you know, that are in jobs that they don't like, and they're just trying to find an escape route. And I was one of them, and Kofi will be on my neck like, Tracy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, it's good. I mean, you know, he kept me in, you know, in check. But at the same time, it's just like pressure. Saying that I did leave and I got another job, and then yeah, we saved, we had Zach, we saved again. Obviously, I was hard work. But it actually all came together in the end. As a couple, if you're both ready, definitely speak to your partner. Just make sure he's on the right page, she's on the right page with marriage. Like, what are your expectations? I'm not the one to like put a time on, you know, how long you've dated a person. For example, you could have dated for like a year or two and you're ready to get married. Like, I hate when people are like, oh no, wait about 3 or 4 years, or wait to... Do you know what, I did used to be like that, I can't lie to you, but I just feel like, you know, I've heard so many stories where, you know, couples have only been together for a few months, a year, they've been married for 5 or more years, so it doesn't really matter. I feel like when it feels right, and you know within your heart and within yourself that this is the right person for you. After having Zach, I matured so much. Living with Kofi and just living together as a family, I felt like I was kind of like molding into a wife, should I say. It was like preparing me for marriage in a way, because it was like we were married, like I said. So I feel like that whole transition of having a baby, then moving in with Kofi, that kind of prepared me for marriage in a way. It was like practice, so I definitely knew I was ready. Just being able to compromise with Kofi, because before, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, what I believed was what I believed, and what he believed was what he believed, and we were not meeting in the middle. But now it's just like, okay, I mean, is it really worth it? Like, you need to choose your battles wisely, something Kofi always told me, and it's so true. It's like, I may disagree with him, and I'll just be like, you know what, let's agree to disagree. Or I'll just be like, okay, if it's not worth it, why am I arguing? Like, why am I going back and forth with you? And it doesn't have to be like, you know, something he's done wrong or whatever. It could be a disagreement about something we both feel strongly about, but, you know, we just don't agree on it. Sometimes you just have to leave it. Just choose your battles wisely. It's not that serious. You live with the person, you're gonna see them every single day. Is it worth it? I guess not. It's not an easy one, but at the same time, it's life-changing. It's nice to, you know, come home to someone. It's nice to know that you've got someone there when you need them all the time. So yeah, marriage is a sweet thing, and I just hope to, you know, be married for many, 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 many more years. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. Nice and short video. We'll be back with another video next week. So yeah, like I said, subscribe, like and comment, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. And if you are getting married, if you are engaged, or you're thinking to get married, let me know what your thoughts are. Please leave a comment. I love to communicate with you guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, and don't forget to email us the questions or DM us, whatever you choose to do. Bye.